how's it going? I am way excited today to be in an event here with Sacred Treasure House. It is a sunflower event, and if you haven't already figured out by my shirt and some other things I'm going to share, I am like a sunflower fanatic. I love everything sunflower. So come on in and hang out with me for a little bit and see what I'm going to do. I'm going to be playing in the clay, and we're going to have some fun. And like I said, I'm gonna do some show and tell and make a little fun clay project with you as well. So, like I said, Sacred Treasure House today had some amazing sunflower projects. Lisa's Craft House just finished up, and oh my God, how cute is that? I love that clock. I'm just anything sunflower. I'm just like I said, I'm all about. So yeah, you guys just come on in and hang out with me for a few minutes. And like I said, I am going to show you a few pictures. Hey, Minnie, how's it going? I'm going to show you a few photographs when we get started here. Try to pull myself up. Give me a second here. And I think I figured out a workaround for adding a second camera. Thank you, Minnie. I appreciate that. So as you guys are coming in and you see me, if you don't know me, I'm Krafting with Kim, Mud.Clay.Art. I got my little private clay group there on the bottom, and you can see my little brand on the other side there, bottom. And if you're watching this after the little red button up there in the corner, go ahead and give me a hashtag replay that shows that you're watching after the fact that I'm live. So I appreciate that. Give me some follows and shares and all that happy good stuff. And see if I can get myself over here in the Sacred Treasure House. I almost said wrong. Great. But yeah, like I said, sunflowers are my thing. That's my favorite flower in the whole wide world. I do love calla lilies and I love orchids and things like that, but the sunflower to me is my favorite because it's the happy flower. It's just, that's what I call it, the happy flower. Of course, it looks like the sun. Anybody who's been watching this event today, we've been, Miss Deborah this morning, she threw out some trivia about sunflowers, and so did Miss Shar, and so I'm probably not going to go over too much of that. There I am. Okay, I just want to get myself pulled up so I can see my comments. Sweet. Okay, Janet's in the house. Hey, Janet, how's it going? Tanya, thank you, ladies. All right, so yeah, like I said, I am sunflower obsessed. I mean, I got my apron on, but you guys got to see this. It's for the love of sun. I live in Florida. You guys know that. I love sun. I love sunshine. And even though we've been crazy hot, it's finally some of the humidity down here surprisingly broke. So I'm actually able to enjoy the weather, even though it's still in the 90s. It's not as like hot and sticky. It's still hot and sticky, compared to most people's weather, but for us, it's not so bad. So I'm enjoying it a little bit. And it's my season coming up right now. There's Miss Beverly. Who else we got coming in here? I'll spend a few minutes. Beverly, yeah, Facebook user. I have to go, like I said, I have to look on my phone and here because I have a couple different devices. And guys, I'm going to try using a second camera again today. I've tried it a couple times before, and I had issues with the sound coming through. It's like I've got a phone, a second phone up high, and it'll allow you guys to actually see me and see my table at the same time. But I was having issues with the noise coming in, even though I had everything muted. I couldn't figure it out. But I think I figured it out. I think I got genius. If not, I'll cut it off. But I put an earbud on it. I just put an earbud and put it down on my table so the sound is like going through there so you guys won't be able to hear the sound, and hopefully that's going to work. If that does, I'm like, oh my God, that's my workaround, because that way I can have two cameras set up. StreamYard used to allow you to have two cameras, but something went wonky with it now and it's just not working right. So anyway, so yeah, come on in, guys. Hang out for a little bit. There's Kathy. Hey, Kathy. Hi, Deborah. All right, seeing some girls roll in here. Good deal. So like I said, a lot of you guys probably know me. If you don't know me, I'll say it again. I work mainly with clay, polymer clay today. I've actually got a little plaster. Actually, I've got plaster, polymer clay, and air dry. Now, today, I'm actually not doing anything to show you how to assemble with clay because I needed to have everything kind of put together because I'm doing another vertical structure, which I like to do. And I needed to have it pretty much all dry and ready to go. But I'll kind of like, I'll show you, of course, what I'm working on and kind of give you a little walkthrough on it. Anybody's actually interested in learning more about clay, you can join my little private clay group. It's only $8 a month. And we're having fun. We got a class coming up this Thursday. If anybody's interested in that, we're going to be doing clay on jars, decorative jars. So that'll be kind of fun. Hey, Miss Terry, how you doing, girl? Terry, what up? That's one of my girls. All right, so let me, before I get into my project, I wanted to show you guys like how obsessed I am with sunflowers. All right, first off, behind me, you can see right above my head, I got the hello, the little guy I made. I've got my sunflower. I keep going. I mirrored on the opposite actually with StreamYard, but I've got my little sunflower there. I've got a sunflower over here. This is a totem pole. I'm going to show you a picture here in a minute. Sprinkle me. Thank you there. Yep. Thank you, thank you, thank you for sprinkling me, getting me out there. But I'm going to show you, I'm going to share some pictures. Some of the ladies were talking about how have you ever grown sunflowers before? And I did say, yes, I have. I lived in North Carolina. This was probably a good 10 years ago. And I grew a little patch of sunflowers, and it's pretty cool. So I'm just going to share a few photographs of some of the projects I've made because I forgot. I started looking through my pictures. I'm like, oh my gosh, I got sunflower this and sunflower that. So we're just going to share for a few minutes and take a little share. Hey there, Miss Deborah, how's it going? So here is the picture of me in the sunflowers. Now you can see, of course, I'm about 5'4". These weren't crazy tall, but they were definitely taller than me. And one thing, like I said, I mentioned this in a couple of the other lives, is the lady, it's kind of cool because once, you know, in the wintertime when they go dormant, the seeds are there and the seeds actually feed the birds. I saw the birds out there eating on the seeds, which I thought was pretty darn cool. So that was really cool. I grew them in several different areas around there, but those were my faves, my little patch there. I love that. Now, I also something really cool too. Now, my husband and I, we've been together for quite a while, but we just got married 2 years ago. And we just did like a little simple between us and we found somebody to marry us in a park. We didn't want a big fanfare. We're older and all that. But check this out. We got married in Sunflower Park. I didn't even know the darn thing existed. It's a little teeny park that is here outside in our Asheville, in the DeLand area, DeLand, Florida, which is close to Daytona. But yeah, so we just happened to be driving by it, believe it or not, on the day that we're supposed to get married. And there was this sunflower park, and it's a long story, but yeah, we got married outside in Sunflower Park. So I thought it was super cool. All right, then this guys might have seen this. I did this as a little promo for my Bell Tear, or Bell, what is it called? Bell Lily, excuse me, Bell Lily shirt. This is not, oh, this is a Bell Lily shirt, actually. I think this is a Bell Lily shirt. And I'm an affiliate. I know some of the girls are, but you can see my tower there, my sunflower tower. That's actually all made out of clay, polymer clay, and it's about 3 foot high. So you can see me there with that little guy. I heard a crunch, crunch outside my window the other night, and it was a big bird getting the sunflower seeds. Okay, cool. Yeah, they love some. And you guys like to eat sunflower seeds? I do. I love them. Matter of fact, one of the best things about eating sunflower seeds I like is like if you're on a road trip and you have issues of falling asleep, which I do a lot, then, you know, eat sunflower seeds. After a while, they're going to, you know, they have low salt ones now, but you can munch on them suckers when you're traveling and listen to, you know, whatever you're listening to, sometimes books on tape, and that'll keep you awake. But that's one of my tips is eat your sunflower seeds if you're going on a road trip. All right, ladies, remember Tanya, if you need your sunflower seeds for your trip, your driving trip. Okay, let's see what else I got to share here. Now, this is actually, I used to do murals and stuff in people's houses. This was just a little side part of a mural I did in a little girl's room. You can see I've got the sunflower with the butterflies there. Okay, and then this is just some of my clay work, little sunflower with a mirror. I've had that for a while, sold that one. Here, you guys might have seen me make this one on a live. Here's another sunflower, which I absolutely love that one. Now, this is also interesting too. I made this. This is before I got back into working with clay. This is actually a yarn painting. It's all hand done with yarn. And it was a bit tedious, but it was pretty cool. It's very textured. Actually, it's right behind me. That's pretty cool, though. I love sunflowers. That's one I'm going to keep, some of my sunflowers. This is actually a painting I did with sunflower, like a sunflower fake mosaic is kind of what that is. I still have that, too. It's actually on a foam board. It's pretty cool, though. All right. So that's it. I just wanted to share a few of my sunflower obsession projects that I've done in the past. All right, so now that I've got that out of the way, we can go ahead and get down to the project. So here we go. I'm going to try to set up this other camera. I've got it, like I said, a second camera, and then I'm going to take you down on my table, and then we're gonna get busy with the project here. I also do have my giveaway tool set up, guys. So make sure that you stick around to the very end, at the last 5 minutes, I'll give you a hashtag word, put that in the comments, and we'll do a giveaway. It's the beginning of the month again, my first live, so I got to get my other ones out from last month, but that's on my to-do list today. All right, then who else we got? We got in there Terry. Hey, Terry, how's it going, darling? It's good to see you. See, I'm going to see everybody in my comments. I was too busy jiving before. Hey, Shar. I think it's all Jan in there too. All right, guys, here we go. All right, if this camera gives me problems, I'm gonna nix it, but let's go ahead and see how it works. Here we go. We working? We working? And I don't think there's any sound, okay? So what I'm gonna do now is take you down on my table with the other one, and then we might be in business, guys. This is gonna be pretty cool. I think this is gonna work. All right, we got it. Gonna have any glitches? I hope not. All right, this sounds good because I like the idea. I love it when I can see people. I know a lot of people, they just do just at their table, and I've been doing that for a while, but I really like, for you guys, it's more interactive, I think, when you can kind of see the face and all that, but I do like to have you in this area too. All right, so let me pull up my comments here, and then I'm going to get it going. I'm doing a lot of painting mainly today, guys, and a little bit of assemblage. So, and like I said, a lot of my clay work is done, but let me share. I did this, love both. Yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, cool. Hopefully, like I said, it'll stick, and I don't hear any funky noise in the background. So I'll go back and look at after I'm live. All right, so what I'm doing here, I used this in another live. I forget actually which one it was, but if you haven't seen this before, it's pretty darn cool. This is a mold. Actually, I love this heart hand mold, and I told Tanya I was going to be using it when we did this. I did another thing with a bird, and it says fly and wings and all that sort of thing. But so this is actually like a silicone mold that I got off Temu, and I just poured plaster in it and made a nice little casting of this thing. This is actually called a casting, not the mold. This is called the mold. This is called the casting. Okay, a lot of people, I kind of interchange them too, but anyway, but this has got such amazing detail, and I love this little thing. And so I'm probably going to use this, and not necessarily in lives, but some other projects I'm going to make to put some things on eBay. Anyway, so we're going to start out with this guy as my base, okay? And I drilled a little hole in the top, and I got a piece of wire here. I cut a piece of heavy duty clothes hanger wire. Got a bunch of old clothes hangers. I don't even know where they came from, but sprinkle me out. Thank you there, Miss Jan. I love that. Yeah, I'd love it. Well, I don't know. You guys, I'm obsessed with my next favorite thing besides besides sunflowers is hearts. So I'm combining sunflowers and hearts together. So, I'm going to love this one. All right, so I'm going to be painting this up. Now, what I did, I wanted to raise it up on a pedestal of some sort. I might have added a wood backing down the road, but right now this is where we're going. So I get those little pedestals from, that you put like the oil burners and stuff that they have at the Dollar Tree. Well, I went in, the ones that I've been using, they were out, but I thought, well, maybe this one will work. And actually, it turns out to be pretty darn cool. It is actually, I was going to repaint it because it's a little bit on the shiny side, but I absolutely love the color on this. It's kind of like a sage green. And I thought, I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to go a little shiny this time. And I'll kind of like probably age down everything else. But this is, like I said, one of those little oil burners. You put a little candle back there. If a person wanted, they could stick those little electric tea lights in there if they wanted to. But it's even got like a little leaf shape. So I thought that was kind of cool. So it's going to sit on top of there. Hey, Tamara, how are you doing? It's Tamara, I think, right? I forget. Lisa's in the house. Hey, you doing, darling? All right, so because this has got a little bit of concave, it kind of sits in there okay, but I thought to make it a little bit more stable, what I did is take a little piece of clay and just cut it out and laid it in there, and then I pressed it down and I baked it together so it all sits in there a little bit more, so it's got a little bit more stability, okay? And then I'm going to glue that all together like that. So that's what's going on with that. Now, what I did here is I made me a sunflower. If anybody's interested in learning how, now Jan, you saw, this was in our class. Terry, you guys saw me make one of these sunflowers. You guys made your own sunflowers, and Lydia was there too, how to make a sunflower like this. And if you're interested, you can get in my group and see the replay and all the happy jazz. So I just made a simple little sunflower here out of clay. It's got a back. That's not as pretty, but when I paint it up, it'll be all right. And I made it so that I could stick my little, where's it at? My little wire is going to go inside there. I had two pieces of a round, and I sandwiched them together, and that's going to go up in there like that, and it's going to sit together all with the leaves and whatnot and some beads and all. So that's what we're working on. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start painting on this thing, and then we can assemble it and see how far we go. Is everybody enjoying this? Thank you. I know like I said, well, I love sunflowers. I'm absolutely obsessed with sunflowers. I did do the leaves too. I did the leaves out of the green clay. I actually had a little bit of green clay, but I'm going to repaint them because I want to get the colors kind of similar to what this is. It's not real sagey. I'm not exactly sure what color this is, but I just love the color. I thought it was kind of neat. It's kind of my inspiration. All right, so we're going to go with that. And I've got this really cool bead. I hand did this bead. It's just a bunch of clay that I rolled together. It's like 3 colors. I think it's black, white, and a little bit of, come on, camera. It drives me nuts when this camera does not focus. I know it can get super close. Anyway, it's like a marble to fake bead, and it's super cool. Camera drives me crazy. All right, so let's do this. Let's go. Oh, yeah, where's my other little guy? And I've got this. I've got a couple of pieces. Let me go ahead and do those, or maybe not. I've got another little, this one was made out of air dry clay. This was a mold, all right? This one is my little heart's going to go on top. So I got all these little pieces going on. All right, my husband just pulled up from work, so he might come in here and say hi. So just, FYI. All right, let me go ahead and paint these guys, I think, because I want to be able to add my other pieces onto it after it's done. So like I said, this is actually plaster, all right? And what I'm going to do today, I'm going to do blues. I'm going to start with a darker blue, and then I'm going to add a little bit of my aqua blue on top. See how that goes. Paint party, still in Aruba. We walked around shops. I know I've been seeing the pictures, Lydia. She just texted me and asked me if I wanted to go on her page and help her out while she's gone. And I said, yeah, I would. Maybe some of the other ladies might want to do that too. Help her keep her page up. So yeah, I'm just going to paint the whole thing. I'm going to get my camera in position here, guys. I'm just going to paint the whole thing blue, and then we're going to kind of work our colors from there. Because the hands will be a little bit different color than this one here. But one thing when you're painting this thing, it's got a lot of crevices, so I got to make sure you're getting all those crevices. I might even put a little water on this. I should change my water out. I forgot to do that. So you guys really enjoying all this thing. So like I said, sunflowers. Who likes to eat sunflower seeds? If you do you like, what kind do you like? You like the little spicy ones? Do you like the plain ones? I love the spicy ones, but guys, I cannot handle the spicy anymore. I can't. I've got a problem with my throat. I have a hiatal hernia, and it causes me to have bad, like burning GERD. So there's my babes. How's it going? I'm doing my live right now, but you can come say hi. Come say hi. He's like, okay. I just waved him away. He's good. Anyway, yeah, so sunflower seeds, I love them. I haven't actually, you know what? I haven't used sunflower seeds or eaten sunflower seeds in years. And I was actually at the Dollar Tree the other day looking around at stuff, and I saw them. I'm like, oh my God, sunflower seeds. Because like I said, there's times when we take trips, it was always the best thing to help keep me awake. When you're sitting there, it gives you something to do orally. And, driving back and forth or somewhere, it's kind of nice because I don't know about you guys, but I have a tendency to kind of doze off when I sleep. I'm not sure. It just lulls me to sleep like that. Does anybody else have that going on? I don't know. That's just me, maybe. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Lisa. He saw me. He was walking towards me, and then as soon as I yelled out live, he just kind of waved me down and said, okay, and went in the house. He's pretty gruddy. He had to go to the slaughterhouse today, guys. It's just pretty nasty. He does plumbing, so you can imagine what he has to go through. Ew, nasty. Anyway, yeah. We don't want it. It's a good thing we don't have smell-o-vision. Sometimes smell-o-vision can be good for these things, and sometimes not for that. If he comes home and strips off his clothes, I'm like, ew, Ashley. Anyway, enough about that. Let's talk about something a little bit more exciting and more fun. I like the idea of pumpkin bread myself, Tanya. You can send me some of that, girlfriend. What is it I was going to tell you about sunflower seeds? Oh, I know what I was going to tell you. Let's see. Oh, Robert, yeah, he missed you, darling. I'll let him know. He'll probably go back and watch them. Sometimes he goes back and watches these. And but like I said, he just had a long day. He left early. He had to drive like an hour and a half to get to this darn thing and do whatever he had to do. And yeah, forget about it. Anyway, so I'm addicted. Oh, you're addicted to sunflower seeds, Denise? Yeah. Like I said, I used to eat them a lot, and I totally forgot about them. And I'm like, oh yes, so I got me a bag and I stuck it in my glove box in my car, because that's mainly when I eat them. They're good to snack on too when you're and I'm a salt person. I'm one of those people that You know, we're talking about, Deborah today was saying, you know, what somebody's craving. I am more of a salt person than a sugar person. I will pick up something salty and crunchy before I will something sweet. I mean, not that I don't love a Reese's or a Snickers bar here and there, but you know, I'm more drawn to salty things. So yeah, I like me some salt. And so I know there's a lot of different flavors, especially of the David sunflower seeds. So I don't know if anybody has a favorite kind that they like. So yeah, like I said, it looks pretty basic right now. I got the blue hands going on. Part of the Blue Man Group, I guess. You guys know what that is? The Blue Man Group. I lived in Las Vegas, and they were just starting out. I mean, they were been there for a while, but I've been gone 20 years, and the Blue Man Group was just starting now. Now they're massively huge, and they're all over the world. Okay, so I got the first coat on there. I'm gonna let that dry, and I'm gonna go ahead and paint my other pieces. I can hit the glue tool on that. I mean the heat tool on that, but I'm just gonna let it sit for a minute because I am gonna put a lighter tone on there. Part of my little thing broke off today when I was pressing it in, but I ain't worried about that either. Okay, so we got that first coat. Let me set this over here. And let's see, what else I got to paint here? See some comments. You like salt too, Terry? You're a salt person? How much your mold and your clay? How much your mold? Okay, this mold, darling, is actually just a Timu mold. This Timu mold, this one here that I got, I think this was no more than maybe $3 or $4. $3 or $4 this thing. It's funny because when you look outside a mold like this, they don't look like much. They look kind of funky. And of course, you know, I saw the picture when I bought it, and then I poured the plaster, and then I pulled it back, and I'm like, oh, it's beautiful. I was so impressed. So I'm like, ooh. And I love doing vertical structures with my clay. So that's going to be a base for some other projects down the road. Like I said, not necessarily, it's not like you're going to see me do every live with this little mold, but I'm going to use it from some other things here and there. All right, so like I did have this little cheapy mold here. Now, as far as the clay, you're asking about the clay, Kathy. The clay, I use DOS clay. Like this is the DAS, the air dry clay for this little guy. It was a little mold here. And that is about $8 to $10 off Amazon. For my polymer, for this kind, I go to, I've mentioned this quite a few times. I go to, this is the baked polymer clay, and I get this at Michael's because Michael's, you know, you get 20% off. Right now, it's in my Michael's, it's running about $11 a brick. This is called a brick for a 1 pound brick. But you can get the 20% off. And of course, I do the rewards. So sometimes I get 5% off and the 20%. And sometimes a regular, you know, they give you extra money. So that's to me, and it's a pretty decent brand. It's, you know, it's about what Sculpey is. You know, it's like their brand, but it's about like Sculpey. So, you know, it's good to use. So, all right. And now let me see. I think my heart, I was going to do this little heart in blue too. I think this one. All right. I'm going to paint it. I can always repaint it if I don't. I kind of had my color scheme planned out, and then I'm sort of kind of forgetting. I'm going to add that little teeny, it doesn't look like much now because it's sitting up on that blue tape, but once I pull it up, you guys will be able to see it. Let's get this little small sunflower painted, and then we'll paint the big one, and then we'll kind of put it all together. I stay away from salt. Oh, yeah, even take the salt off pretzels. Well, you know what? If you have issues with, of course, high blood pressure, and my husband does, but he's more of a sweet person. Actually, he doesn't care for salt that much. I'm the total opposite. Like he'll sit there and he'll munch on cookies and all kinds of stuff. Give me some cheese popcorn and I'm good. You know, I'll eat a whole bag of that stuff. I'll tell you that right now. Okay, let's see. Colors. I'm going to do like some oranges and a little bit of yellow. That's going to be my colors for my sunflower colors. And then I'm going to take my little brown, my little aging wax, and I'm going to take it all down. Where do you buy your molds from? Timu and Amazon. Years too before, you know, Timu kind of became the thing. I was going to Amazon mainly, but I find in the Timu, I've been buying molds like madness. I bought some Christmas molds, and because they're so cheap, I mean, you can buy like, you know, all the little ornamental things and things like that for like $1.50 to $2. Some for about $6 depending on the size. I'm waiting on an order right now that's got some cool like deer heads and some Christmassy things in there. And those were about 3 or 4, but they're really pretty inexpensive. And you know, some of them are the same exact thing you see on Amazon. So Temu's where I go. If you don't know about Temu, then, you know, I can tell you a little bit about that. You can go to my link tree on my page. If you're not part of my page, Krafting with Kim, and join up there. And in my link tree, I've got my Temu and all that stuff like everybody else does. So you can see all that. So I'm going to go with some rich color tones that are sort of like, you know, Christmas, your fall tones. Even though sunflowers, I guess I'm not exactly sure why we go with sunflowers in the fall, because they are a summer flower too. Is it maybe the color? Is that why people kind of represent fall with the sunflowers? I'm not sure. Anyway, whatever it is, I like them all year round. And as you guys seen by testing that I can do any kind of craft, or I'll try to do any kind of craft that I can do with flowers. I love flowers. Big flowers. And the thing about it is I don't really grow them too much anymore. I used to be a plant vendor. I've said this a few times before. I used to be a plant vendor for Walmart Garden Center. And so I used to be out in the garden centers, you know, working up all their gardens and keeping everything on their tables looking good. So I was really, and I've got a bunch of plants since then, but I didn't plant any flowers this summer. Probably a good thing, because they probably would have all died. It's so damn hot. Oh, it's been crazy hot. But I do love my plants, and I love me some flowers, and I love to craft with flowers. And I know a lot of you ladies do too. Flowers are very, you know, flowers are not only pretty, they have, you know, there's edible flowers too. Flowers have benefits. They help keep your bugs down. You know, in your garden, biodiversity is a big thing when you're planting and doing gardens. Flowers, nasturtiums is. I did some raised beds when I was out in North Carolina living off the grid, and I learned about nasturtiums, which is a type of flower that you can eat. It's kind of a spicy, kind of a peppery. Ew, I got some other color in there. How did I get that green mixed in there? It's kind of a spicy plant. I don't know how I got off on that, but it's kind of cool. But it's a good plant for keeping bugs away, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Somehow I got my green mixed up in there, dang it, but it's all right. It'll all come together once I know what it is. My hand's dirty. I got blue on my hand and yellow, and it turned green. All right, let me get that little sucker painted up, and then I'm gonna add some yellow on there. Probably should clean my hand off a little bit. Yeah, so also, like I said, oh, I know what I was going to tell you about sunflowers, besides them, of course, being edible and the plants and all that. Okay, years ago, I was a vegan. I'm not a vegan anymore. I mean, I did this for about 8 years, and I had this raw food restaurant. If anybody doesn't know what raw food is, it's basically just an uncooked plant-based diet. It ain't any big deal. It's not anything particularly weird. But when I had my restaurant, I used to make this seed cheese with sunflower seeds, and it is so darn good. I have not made it in years. I got to thinking about, I need to pull my recipe book out and make some of that cheese. I've still got my recipe book from the restaurant, and it's so cool because all you do is do ground sunflower seeds, and you mix. It sounds weird, guys, but I'm telling you, you take nutritional yeast, which is like a powdery stuff that sort of like tastes like a tangy cheese, and then you mix that in a blender with some carrots and some seasonings and stuff like that, and it turns into this amazing kind of a cheese spread. It's really cool. It kind of looks like pimento cheese, but it's the best stuff ever. And I used to sell the bejeebies out of that stuff when I had the restaurant. All right, so I just put a little color on that, and like I said, it will have my brown aging medium on there, but I want to keep it in those little pretty tones, you know, fall tones. Get my darn, I keep getting what do you call it, green in there. Males, hey Liz, who you guys talking? Minnie, hey Melissa, didn't know that you can eat nasturtiums. Yes, you can. You can eat nasturtiums. They're spicy. Like I said, they're kind of peppery. They are great keeping bugs away. Yes, they are. Beans and other vegetables, they are, but they're actually pretty decent. I used to put them in my salad all the time. When I had my restaurant, I would actually buy, because it was mainly organic, and I would buy the edible flowers, and I would always dress it out with some flowers on top. And people are like, oh, those are so pretty. I'm like, no, you eat them too. They were like so afraid that like dandelions, you can actually eat that stuff. So that I know back in a week or so ago, I mentioned that I had somebody come out to the land one time when we were out there, and he did a walkthrough of all the edibles that you can eat in the wild. I forgot a lot of them, but still, it's pretty cool to learn all that. All right, so I'm just going to add a little brown on that middle section there. Dang it, get a smaller brush. Making a mess of this, guys. I know how to paint. I'm just trying to be too busy, not paying attention. So yeah, so can anybody tell me like, what is their favorite flower? Sunflowers too? What's your favorite flower? Or do they have any particular thing that they like to do with the sunflower seeds besides eat them? Another thing I really love is boiled peanuts. Anybody else like boiled peanuts? Oh my God, those things are awesome. I used to love eating the Cajun ones, but like I said, I can't eat those anymore. I just eat the regular ones. Boiled peanuts, we call them around here. Boiled peanuts. I love me some boiled peanuts. My cousin used to boil them. You ever seen them green, what they look like before they're actually cooked? I have. Kind of cool. All right, so that's going to be a pretty little sunflower there. Okay, that's going to go on the heart. All right, let me get to painting this big sunflower over here. Gerber daisy. There you go. Sunflower. I'm loving your top. Yeah, this, like I said, this top is all over the place, man. It's talking about one of my most colorful tops that I own. But I had to represent with the sunflowers today too. And it's yeah, it's definitely out there. But I only basically wear it when I go live. I don't think I've worn it out in public. Not that I wouldn't, because I'm that kind of person. I ain't scared. What? I need a brush, Kim. I'm sitting here like talking to you guys and I'm not paying attention. I need me a brush I can use to paint my sunflower here. All right, try not to get my green on this one. A little bit more yellow. I've got my music going in my ear. Lainey Wilson. You guys know who Lainey Wilson is? So cool that you put an earbud in. This is a little trick, you guys. If you wear an earbud while you go live, you can actually listen to your own music and not have to worry about it going through with Facebook. That's kind of nice because I love listening to music when I create. Yeah, Lainey Wilson. She's a country singer and she's awesome. I saw her. I kind of knew a little bit about her, and then I saw her on the Country Music Awards, and that girl just, man, she's on fire on stage. I was like, woo, this girl's hot. So I started downloading her stuff on Spotify and catching her. Pretty cool. See, I like making these little sunflowers. They're super easy, actually. All it is a circle, and you cut out some petals, and they look so neat. They're really fun. I need to paint the back of it too, thinking about it. I could actually paint the back once it's assembled. I'd at least like to get it assembled for you guys while I'm on my live. And then I can always go back and do my touch-ups, which is what I normally do. They say, you seem happy and beautiful. I am happy and I am beautiful. Thank you, Robert Martinez, for saying that. That's my husband. Aw, you sweetheart. All right, you must be in a good mood. Robert, you missed it earlier today when Miss Deborah was on. We were talking about food that reminds us of our husbands. I said chorizo sausage. oh, oh, Robert, you guys, he's buttering me up. He wants something. What's he after? Oh, thank you, darling. You know I love you, bro. You know I love you, crazy old Mexican. Yeah, like I said, sunflowers, I think that's actually one of the part of it. It's because, I'm generally a pretty happy person, personality wise. And sunflowers just kind of fit my personality. And I love sun and all that happy stuff. So I think that's why it's called my happy flower. But I don't eat that. That's right. You do not eat chorizo sausage, especially after going to the slaughterhouse. Oh, anyway, all right. So the fun thing about these things is you got to kind of get inside the little edges, because the edges need to be painted. It's be a little bit. Oh shoot, can't paint on there. Let me go ahead and actually blend with my little oranges here. Sometimes I go back and I like color blend it, and get it the way I want it. It's gonna look cool when you put it all together, guys. And I put the heart, the little teeny heart is gonna go in the center of the sunflower, the big sunflower here, because it's going to tie in the fact that I love sunflowers. I might take it an extra step and create me like a little banner or do some letters in clay that says like either sunflower, I love sunflower. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, I'm just kind of playing it by ear, see how far I get with this thing. I need me some more yellow. Terry, until it drives you crazy. Yeah, he does that too now. Terry, tell him, Terry. Tell him not to drive me crazy. Drive me crazy, local Mexican. He's my heart, though. That man is my heart, let me tell you. We've been through thick and thin together, and I wouldn't trade him for nothing. I really wouldn't. Although some days there's times when I'm like, I don't know. Nah, it's not true. I would never do that, baby. And I know you wouldn't either. All right. So yeah, tell me some more. I'm trying to think of. Well, I don't want to go through sunflower. I actually looked up sunflower jokes, guys, because I thought it might be kind of fun to share some jokes. But I didn't find any. They're kind of corny. I mean, I didn't really see anything that was suit me. Of course, I was going really fast. So, like I said, sometimes getting in the middle of painting these things can be. You got to get in all them little crevices. Now, I could have used yellow clay. A person could just use the yellow clay itself and had it, and then you could just do whatever touch-ups. But I thought, and maybe I should have because I have yellow clay. But I thought, I don't know, I like painting, and I do. I love to paint my pieces, and that's why I don't use the colors that much on them. But the one thing about this too, I don't have to get every single little bit because I'm actually going to put that. I'm going to put my aging medium on there, my brown, and that's going to take up a lot of these little other areas like little crevices and stuff because that's what really makes it come together. I think it gives it that real rich look and kind of ages it down, makes more vintage. All right, so I just put a little bit of yellow on there and a little bit of orange in that one. All right, now let's get that painted. So usually you guys see me assembling, but like I said, I don't know. I just feel like I needed to get all this done so I could actually get it to assemble. Brown, looking for brown. Howdy, Miss Dawn, how's it going? Good to see you. Looking for you using a sunflower? Yes, ma'am. Like I said, the yellow's color this is Deco Art. It's a safflower yellow, which kind of pretty appropriate, and this spiced pumpkin, two colors together. Like then I'll have the brown on top. How's it going, Miss Dawn? Terry, are you ready for our class on Thursday? Terry's in my clay group. Her and a few other ladies. Hope you guys can join. We're going to be doing a fun little project. I think they'll have fun with that one. Yeah. Well, I guess the one thing about these little seeds. Now for the seeds, I just took a piece of clay and just kind of poked holes in them. Sometimes I roll little balls and actually stick the balls on top to make it look more dimensional. But since I'm putting the heart over this, I didn't do it on that one. All right, so I got that painted. I see a little bit more areas that need to be the yellow, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. All right, let's see. I need to do that. Like the heart's going to go over the top. And you put a little bit more blue on that heart. Then I'm going to go back to my blue hands, and I'm going to put my second coat of the blue on there. I want them to be a little bit different color. Yeah, the sunflower, like I said, they're just the best flowers to me. I do love orchids too. Calla lily is probably my next favorite flower because calla lilies are just so like one calla lily is just the representation of it is just so strong. It's like a strong feminine flower. It's like a representation of a strong feminine woman. I love that. I think I love that calla lily, and they're just so beautiful. They're delicate but yet strong. Yeah. But the thing about what's cool about the sunflowers we've learned is that they have a lot of purpose. The oils, the seeds. I mean, you can do a lot with them. Yeah, the centers, you can make a scrubby out of that, which I didn't even think about that. And Shar mentioned that earlier. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. It's like your own little personal loofah, natural loofah. Anybody ever grown loofahs? You guys know what those things look like? They're kind of funky and they hang down and they dry up and you use them for scrubbing. Okay, so I got that done. Let me put my leaves. I got to put a little color on these leaves because I want them to look like very similar color to this. So they're a little bit dark right now. They are a beautiful flower. Yeah, calla lilies as well. Yeah, I know. Like I said, they're They're so elegant. That's a good word for them. They're real elegant. What am I looking for? I need my dark blue. Here we go. See that? So I'm thinking I'm pretty decent at color matching when I can think about it. I got a pretty good eye for that. So I want to get this to be a very similar color. Oops, I need to shut up a little bit to what this is here. This little pedestal thing that I'm going to put this on. And obviously, but I'm using like two colors, actually three colors, to do like a little color blend. I used to have my faux business. I would have to do color blends a lot and get colors down. I always thought, prided myself in being able to do color blends pretty good, like to get the color very similar to what it is. See how close I am here. Not bad on the first try. It's a little bit on the lighter side. I don't need much. I only need a little bit, just kind of like, oops, using the wrong one. So that looks pretty good right there, guys. I just mixed those three colors together. I get a little mint, a little dark green, and a little bit of tan. And it kind of got pretty close. Makes it a little bit light. Anybody else like to color blend? Who here likes to paint? Like, you know, just paint. I know a few of the ladies like to paint. Jan's a painter. I know Lydia's a painter. But I haven't really painted in the longest time, guys. I've been doing so much clay work that I haven't. And I was thinking the other day, I was looking back some of my, you ever go through your pictures and say, oh, God, I forgot that I did that. Of course, Terry, I know Terry likes painting, and Terry Williams is a painter. Had one in my wedding bouquet. Oh, I did too, Terry. That's the flower I chose at my wedding. Well, one of them. I don't even know if I had flowers. I had some flowers at this one when Robert and I got married. Robert, do you remember what I had? That's pretty close. That's close enough, I think. I think something dark. That's gonna be close enough for what I need here, especially because it's gonna go in this dark leaf. Yeah, the calla lilies are very pretty. My hands are getting kind of dirty on this one. Okay, that's very. It's just some simple leaves, guys. Ain't nothing real fancy about them, but they're gonna make the piece when I get it on there. All right, let's see what we got here. Take this down with a little bit of water. Can you believe it's already 5 minutes till, guys? That's my 5-minute timer, and that means it's time for the hashtag word, my giveaway tool. All right, so I want to get this assembled. I got to get it assembled, guys. Hashtag word, go ahead and put it in the comments. If you don't know what that is, just follow along and you'll find out. So go ahead and put it in hashtag, double check, I think it's sunflowers, plural. Okay, sunflowers, and make sure that hashtag is not separated. It's all one word together. Hashtag sunflowers. Go ahead and put that in the comments, and then we'll run that tool. And then I wanted to be able to get this assembled. See, even that. Trying to get this far, I wasn't able to get it all put together. I'm going to add some of this on here and throw it together. Hashtag sunflowers, guys. Come on. So what I want to do here is I'm going to dust this on top like a dry brush with this aqua, kind of bring it up a little bit. I didn't want it to be quite that dark. And I might even go back with another little tone on top too. So let's see what we got here. Oh, shoot. I got it with yellow. Okay, that's gator colored, guys. Let me get a baby wipe. How in the world did I get my paint in there? I guess I didn't have my brush. That's weird. My paints are getting mixed up. Well, good thing I can do baby wipe and just clean it off. I got to make sure, too, when I did this is actually the back side. My little piece broke off. It's actually the back side. Because you got to make sure when I did this, that the thumbs are in the front. I mean, they don't have to be, but I think they look better when they're in the front. All right, let's try this again. Hashtag sunflowers. How in the world did I get orange paint in my thing? I must have laid my brush down there or something. Let's try to do this again. Find me a clean spot. I just want a dry brush on top of this. I think I want a dry brush on top of it. I might add a little bit extra color. But I want it to be more of aqua tones. I really didn't want it to be, but I want to do that to kind of make sure that you can see that dark blue through there and bring that up. And then I might even go ahead and put a little bit of a touch of metallic on there. I don't know. We'll see. I really wasn't going to do metallic on this one. See kind of what happens when you do that. starts bringing some of the aqua up, and you got that dark still hanging out there. All right, see what time? Oh, I got 3 minutes. Well, I got to stop. All right, guys, I want to be able to put this together and show you. I guess you're just going to have to join my page and see the final picture of it so I can get it all together. Painting takes a little time when you do it right, right? Doesn't it, girls? All right, here I go, getting orange. All right, so hashtag word, get it in there. I'm going to stop here in a minute and run the tool. So I've got it a little bit like I want it, but I'm going to end up going back over it, guys, and kind of making it what I want. But it's going to look kind of. All right, let's do this. I'll finish it up and post a picture. Let's get the tool. I'm going to take this one down, okay, and I am going to put this one back up. Wait a minute, do this back up here. This camera, all these cameras, I got to finagle now. Okay, there I am. Okay, now let's run that little hashtag word. I'm just going to go ahead and remove this one from Studio. No. All right, let's do this. Present, share screen, giveaway tool, share. All these little steps I got to go through to do this. Okay, guys, let's run it. Everybody got the word in? Now I hear myself on it. Oh, you know what? The earbud must have gone on. Anyway, let's run it. Let's run it, guys. Collecting tools. I only got a couple minutes. Sunflowers. All right. Lena Miller. Lena Miller, this thing likes you. It's not the first time you won. That's awesome, girl. Congratulations, Miss Lena. Anybody that's ever won for me before is more than welcome to win again at the end of the beginning of each month. And this phone's going off, and I'll get this thing out of there. All right, so you guys, thank you so much. I will get this thing together and assembled, and I will see you later next week. We got our class this week, and hope you're in that. And then so go over and see. I'm sorry, Miss Kristie. I am so sorry, Kristie. Kristie with My Artful Adventure. Go see her, and you guys enjoy the rest of this event, and I'll see you later.